So if you're trying to move forward in life, step up, and possibly also develop an international career, you should start doing two things precisely right now, and it should start from you, because you are the only one who's able and capable to start these things. And these two things are, first of all, you should start focusing and targeting correctly. And the second is you should stop diminishing yourself, and you should start framing yourself in the best possible way. And where is this coming from? This is coming from many of the comments that I receive in this channel and to my videos, and thank you very much, because we recently hit 1,000 subscribers and I'm so happy and grateful to you all. And very recently, some guys, they contacted me and I started offering my mentoring and giving advice, which I very much welcome. Thanks a lot for dropping a lot of messages in the videos, and also sending me messages in my LinkedIn account, which very much fills me with joy and appreciation, because it gives me a lot of motivation to continue in this channel. And this is precisely why I'm doing this video right now, because recently, after that, some of you guys, some of my viewers contacted me with certain questions. I started engaging with some people and started mentoring and advising some guys who are looking for an international career, whether an international legal career or an international career in the EU institutions and the likes. And I was particularly struck with this person, because this person already had, despite a junior profile, a pretty good CV with experiences in international law firms, studies abroad, and so on and so forth, top marks, and all these things and the likes. And they wanted to land a job internationally. I will not say where for privacy reasons, but they wanted to land a job internationally, a junior job in the international, let's say, sphere, international legal domain. And in light of that, I asked this person, why don't you send me your CV and cover letter so we can start discussing and we can see whether we can arrange a live discussion or a video discussion even more easily. And on that basis, we started engaging for a couple of days, and I started sharing my advice. And what struck me immediately when I saw this person's CV and cover letters was, first of all, the lack of targeting, the lack of focus. So if you're targeting a specific job, a specific position, whether in the legal domain, in the policy domain, regulatory or economics, whatever you're doing, you should start by focusing on what you're looking for. You should start by trying to give as much as possible a direction into what you want to achieve. So my first question to this person was, what type of domain do you want to develop your career in? You already have a good CV with nice experiences, but what type of position are you targeting right now? Is it trade? Is it competition? Is it energy related? Is it financial services related? This does not come across if you read your CV and your cover letter. So it should pop up immediately, because the moment you send an application, the moment you send a motivation letter, a cover letter, you present yourself to someone, to a potential employer, or to someone who potentially may interview you, you have to present yourself and to clarify what type of direction you want to give to your life and what type of direction you want to go. So the first thing is, for instance, my comment was, in your motivational letter, start framing yourself, introducing yourself. What type of profile are you? What characterizes you? What defines you? What makes you stand out? These are the most important things that you should clarify and set out right from the start in a motivation letter or in a CV. And also in your CV, the CV of this person was already a pretty good CV, I have to say, despite, as I said, a young age and a junior profile. But the CV was lacking clarity and focus when it came to applying to that specific position that this person was interested in. So you want, as I said, to apply, let's just give an example, to a position in the financial services domain, then your CV should reflect your link to financial services. Whether you had experiences in financial services, you're not supposed to have if you're a junior profile, but if you have them, all the better. Then stress it as much as possible, which doesn't mean lying about your experience, which doesn't mean pretending to have done things that you haven't done. It means like framing your profile, your CV and your motivation letter for that specific and precise position, and into giving yourself the best possible direction. So this was the first advice that I always share. And if you looked at my previous videos, like for instance the video on how to get a job in the EU institutions or in the commissions and so on and so forth, this pops up very clearly, and I gave even more detail about that. And then the second point, which is even more important, much more important than this one, is you should stop diminishing yourself and lessening yourself and giving judgments based on your fears, based on your worries, based on your doubts, because that comes across very easily. Let the others do that. If you think you're weak in this or that area, don't just say it, don't just state it, don't let it slip through the lines of your CV, your motivational letter, or your profile description, because people, especially more senior people who are potentially recruiting you, they will see it immediately, and that is not good. For instance, just to give another example, and this I saw it with this person who had, as I said, a good profile, but I also saw it with other people. The CV was conveying, things like basic knowledge of the Office package, and my first question was, why are you saying basic knowledge? Do you use the Office package every day on a daily basis? You know how to use Word, you know how to use PowerPoint, you know how to use Excel. Do you use Outlook? You exchange with your colleagues via Outlook. Yes, so you have a full proficiency when it comes to the use of the Office package. Why do you have to say basic? Why do you have to diminish yourself right from the start? Maybe people are not even asking you, but you are giving the impression of being weak, of being insecure. And you don't want to convey that if you're trying to, postulate or like to apply for a position you're interested in. And similarly, also when it comes to languages, like this person, but also other people, they were, for instance, assessing themselves as on a scale, you have this common European scale when it comes to the knowledge and competences of languages, on a scale of B2 up until C2, like on a scale from A1 to C2, you have, I think, as a scale. And this person was like assessing themselves as B2, English B2, or like French A2. And again, my question was, why do you say B2? Do you draft emails in English? You work in English? You prepare documents in English? Yes, yeah? This person was working in English like basically 50% of the time. So again, why don't you say full professional proficiency in English? Because that is precisely the case. If you're working in English, even if your English is not flawless, why should you say, I have a B2? I mean, I'm basically depicting myself as weaker than what I am, potentially. I'm not framing myself in the best possible way, whether it comes to IT skills or whether it comes to language skills. So stop doing it and start maybe framing yourself in a different way, which doesn't mean bragging off, doesn't mean lying again. It just means start showing your skills and your competencies in the best possible way. And the funny thing is that maybe I'll show it somewhere in the video here. Although I'm recording a very raw video, I'll make a message pop up. After this exchange that we had one and maybe another one follow-up exchange with this person, like 1 week after just giving this person some clear direction, some clear focus, some clear target, and a boost of confidence about their abilities and skills, a week after, I received a message from this person saying, hey, Frederick, you know what? I got a job, but I don't know how to thank you. And that is one of those things that make me the happiest, really. I was so happy because, it's about sharing value and about sharing knowledge. And this is precisely what I'm trying to do in this YouTube channel. And I'm grateful for all the feedback that I receive. So that shows and demonstrates that this person, like many other persons, they already have the skills that they need to succeed in the right environments, and the environments in which they want to succeed or like thrive, whether it's international and legal environments, EU bubble or whatever. Like, you probably already have those skills. You already have the competences that you need to make it. And so stop lacking focus and target. Focus on where you want to go, frame it correctly, and try also to have some confidence. And when it comes to your whether it's weak areas or strong areas, start framing them in the best possible way. Start framing your weak areas in a less weak, so to say, way, and your strongest areas, they really have to stand out. This is also like based on personal experience. I remember when I came here to Brussels and when I started my international career, I went to London and then to Spain. I met all these international professionals and I felt like an imposter sometimes. I mean, I felt the imposter syndrome. I was thinking, oh my God, my experience is not enough. I'm not enough. I'm not good enough. I don't have, international academic experiences like these guys, like professional background. And I had in my CV experience in a minor law firm, because I was coming from Sardinia and I was seeing myself as someone with an experience in a minor law firm. But indeed, it was just like the way I saw that for me, not for the others. So let the others think, let the others decide and say whether it's minor or not. And I remember one of my first mentors at that time, Alex, shout out to him, a lawyer from Newcastle in the UK, and he also became very successful. He's a partner in an international law firm now. He was my first mentor at the time. He said, Frederick, why are you just framing yourself this way? Experience in a minor law firm in litigation law in Sardinia. Why do you have to say that? Just change it. Frame it in a different way. You don't have to, come across as someone who lacks confidence or someone who approaches a job application or like an exchange with people in the environment in which you want to thrive as someone weak, someone who doesn't have the skills. So stop doing it and start leveling up yourself. You should do it, not the others. You should be the best seller of yourself, the best advertiser of yourself. So start doing it now. Sorry for digressing a bit. I hope you found it useful. I wanted to share this experience because it really struck me to see this person with already good skills, but it's not even the first time that I have experienced something similar with the people that contact me thanks to the videos that I make in the channel, and also my LinkedIn posts and my activity about trying to help as many people as possible to achieve their career goals and their career in the international environment or in the EU institutions. So I hope you found it useful. Again, thank you very much for following and for engaging. We are more and more, and I'm so grateful about that. We recently surpassed the 1,000 subscribers. This is crazy because it happened only in the last few months. In the last 5-6 months, I think that I doubled or tripled my subscribers, and this is beautiful. I'm so grateful. So if you like and relate to this type of content, please like, comment and subscribe to the channel as usual. And if you have any question, please feel free to share them in the comments or try to contact me if you like. I try to reply to as many people as possible. Sometimes it's not easy, but I will do my best. And as I always say, to the next one. Peace from Brussels.